just to get to this point. So the original gas cap was a 2-inch male thread for like your farm tractor type supply stuff. I didn't like that, the look I'm going with, so I put a aluminum 1.25" female thread. I made the front mount and the rear mount. The petcock used to not be there. The petcock used to be up in this area up here. When I got the tank 5 or 6 years ago, right here it had these big old heavy duty mounts that were just tacked in and went all the way down there. And then they had these smaller ones in the back. Removed those, used some angle iron, and got that all closed up. When I went to pressure test the tank, everything I had done was fine, even this little plug I had to do right here. But both these seams, this had little pinholes, so I re-welded both these up, pressure tested the tank. Like I said, the petcock I added down here, rear mount, front mount. The next step is I've already made what I'm calling a plug, and the plug will sit right there, and it takes the bottom of the tank all the way down to the top of the motor. So now the idea is to, well, I'm not really sure, but I've got to make a mold for this side and then reverse it and have a mold for this side. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week. So I used the plug to make a mold, and that's a pretty good mold. And the way it came off pretty easily, and several layers of duct tape on here that I spray painted. That's what the blue is right here. And then I used the painter's tape to make the mold. And once I got it started, it just peeled that layer of tape off nicely. So I can do another tape mold. And you can see it's got the contours in it. But I can do another one and invert it. And then I'll have a mold for this side. So here's the next step. I've made what I hope is 2 symmetrical backings. So now we put the forms on and see what happens next. Into here. Here's the exposed polypropylene, as hard as can be. And here's the other side that had the reverse tape to it. Same thing. I'm going to do this side first, sand it, shape it the way that I intend it to be, and then I'll try to mirror it on this side. And then I'll separate them from the tank. So here's the first rough shaping of the actually came out pretty good. Now there's a lot of hand sanding to be done, but came out pretty good. And that is a high density polypropylene on both sides. So get to sanding. So it's been fiberglassed in all the way around, glued on the bottom, fiberglassed in. You can see that fiberglass, but that's actually a 320 finish also. So my next step is to clean up the metal. It's sanded, but I mean, just wipe it down, get all my oily fingerprints and any remaining residual off that. Got some cleaner here and acetone, whatever. And then after that, I'm gonna spray the tunnel and the bare metal with a 2K epoxy gray primer. That's one of these activated before I do the Bondo over everything. Because there's some pits here. There's a little ridge down the center that I want to get rid of. So I'm just going to Bondo the whole tank. So that's where I am now.